Alright, so at this point, everyone and their grandma has heard about the Florida Man meme. Florida Man does this, Florida Man does that, Florida Man breaks into prison, Florida Man kills imaginary friend and turns himself in. All these super crazy and sort of hilarious stories, but why? But why? Why is it that stuff like this only ever seems to happen in Florida? Well, I'm gonna find out. Yes, welcome back to another episode of I take a perfectly normal trip I had and give it some kind of weird meme premise. So me and my family are going on a trip to Florida this week, and I'm gonna search for the legendary Florida Man and get to the bottom of this mystery.
I saw a Florida man when I was on my walk. He was fishing in the ditch.
That they'll kind of creep out into.
Got it, I see.
And they'll be things
I
like
see.
doctors and lawyers, but realistically, they're just Florida.
Got it.
See, that's the other thing is it's not crazy if you're in Florida.
That's fair.
I think I'll become
And so the mission begins. And here I am on the plane to Florida. Let's see how this goes. This is Florida. Yeah. It's very Florida-y. I don't know. Here we are on the car in the search of the legendary Florida Man. Yeah, Florida Man. So yeah, we're in southern Florida right now. So yeah, Dad, where do you think that we can find Florida Man? Or yeah, I know. So yeah,
We have to find it in its natural habitat.
I see. All right. So in our hopes of finding a Florida Man in its natural habitat, we're going to the mall because I don't know. There might be Florida Man there. Absolutely, love the Florida weather though. Even on a cloudy day, it's so warm. So yeah, we were just over here at this random store basically. What the hell is this? What is it supposed to be? What is that? God, I'm gonna have nightmares about that weird face. What is that even? So we're here in Florida. Obviously we've seen some Florida men stuff, but we haven't seen any of the true, real, crazy Florida men. But yeah, we got some cool, I got a cool sweatshirt and stuff, and I also got, I don't know, Julius. DQ, so that's gotta count for something, but of course it's not a true Christmas vacation without a very, very chaotic family Christmas. An awesome one though. I had a great time.
Christmas. We're not making this. It's got to go faster. Mom, you do it however you want.
Merry Christmas, children.
Merry Christmas, brother.
Woo!
Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too,
I
man.
don't know what you're telling me. I'm not in charge of anything, so you do whatever you want.
Okay.
And then something awesome happened. I was able to get an interview with an actual Florida man. All right, so where do you think that Florida men, where do they originate from? Or where do you necessarily think that the pure craziness and insanity of the Florida man really comes from, you know what I mean?
Well, I think a true Florida man, or the creature Florida
the
man,
creature
is going to
Florida
be native to the swamp.
Native to the swamp? All right, that makes sense.
So when you're in an upland area, it's a little bit difficult. You might see vestiges of later generations of Florida men,
interesting,
but I think you have to go deep into the swamp where every step smells like sulfur to really get a strong sense.
Whiff of the Florida men, of the Florida man smell.
Now, there's these adjacent towns sitting all around the swamp that they'll kind of creep out into.
Got it, I see.
And there'll be things
I
like
see.
doctors and lawyers, but realistically, they're just Florida
Got
men.
it, yeah, and that's how you can find a true Florida man in the wild, basically.
Absolutely.
If we were trying to.
Or anywhere where they sell meth.
A minute. I have my motorcycle license.
Whoa!
country feel.
Dude, right? Yeah.
What's in there?
I don't know yet. It's a surprise.
So it's something baked by a Florida man, right?
Sandwiches by Florida man. Yep.
Interesting. I guess we'll
See,
see.
is it bleeding or barking or bleeding?
Ooh, that looks good.
It's just cold cuts.
So these are what sandwiches made by Florida men look like. Okay. So I know that Joe said that probably swamps would be the best idea, but we obviously can't really find any swamps right here. So the beach just kind of seemed like the next best option. And oh boy, I'm really glad that we went because wow, Florida beaches are exceptional. Looks like somebody had a rough time in the sand. Damn. Oh, as a Florida man yourself, so with Florida and Florida men especially, their reputation of being incredibly weird, do you, refute all the craziness, like you don't like it, or do you kind of embrace the craziness and the weirdness of the Florida men?
You have to embrace the craziness.
Embrace the craziness.
It's
All right.
almost impossible to resist. You have to leave
Yeah.
Florida if you're not willing to embrace the craziness.
That makes sense. So yeah, you know, quite a while ago there was a big meme, about a year ago, about basically Ohio being the weirdest state, and everything about Ohio was weird. And then a couple other states have tried to be the weirdest state. How do you feel about that? Like, do you think that Florida rightfully has the right to be the most craziest state? Like, do you want Florida to be the craziest state?
Not only do I want Florida to be the craziest state, I believe Florida to be the craziest state.
Be the craziest state.
The other states have a lot of work to catch up to us.
That's fair.
Ohio, Michigan, New York, sure, they have their moments in the sun, but nothing like Florida, man.
Definitely. Now, just one more question. As a Florida man yourself, have you ever done anything crazy?
See, that's the other thing, is it's not crazy if you're in Florida.
That's
So,
fair.
it's-
Basically, anything goes in Florida.
That is correct.
fair?
Sad but true, but yes, anything goes in Florida.
Got it. Thank you. So, as somebody, you know, from the Northwest, what are your experiences with Florida men? You know what I mean? Have you ever
You always be on the lookout. You know?
always be on the lookout for a
Sometimes
Florida
they
man?
just pop
Because,
up.
you have no idea what they might do.
We're here in the natural habitat. I think
We're in the-
we're going to be lucky.
All right.
Yeah.
So then something really cool happened, actually. So it turns out Ray actually has a really, really cool drone, and we actually flew it all around the beach and took a bunch of really cool shots. It was really fun, actually.
It's on a USB-C, so you gotta have a power source.
Got it.
No biggie.
That's cool. They just pumped into the phone.
Yeah, and the case I bought, it was like,
And then memory cards and probably.
you know, tons of them. Uses them like.
All right, guys.
But so
We are here with the drone of a Florida man. And we're gonna use this to take some awesome shots of Florida. And
Now you just want to learn. Let's just learn.
nice. And I gotta admit, all the drone shots that we took actually look really, really cool. I'm really happy with how these turned out. They look really amazing. In case you're wondering, yeah, these are the same drone shots at the beginning of the video. So, Joe said basically that Florida men are like born in swamps or like some weird conspiracy stuff. Personally, I have no idea if that's true. Who knows? For all we know, it very well could be. I've never been to Florida before this video. So we're at the beach right now. You know, if they can come from swamps, then beaches seem like the next, you know, more reasonable option of, you know, where Florida man could come from. But then again, for all we know, this is probably just some crazy conspiracy theory. We're gonna look for more truthful things. So, just a little bit ago, we went over to the beach. Now, I know that you said that the wild Florida men or something are birthed in the swamps, in the depths of the swamps, you said. However, obviously, we can't find any swamps around here. We went to the beach. We didn't find any. What do you think of that? Do you even think that that's true?
They're there.
They are?
Any body of water, they're there.
Any body?
If you dig, you will find a Florida man.
There was a Florida man. I saw him. I was mortally afraid for my life.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
He was ugly and scary. And I think he came out of the swamp. I do.
It's true, y'all.
So, tell me about your personal experiences with Florida man.
Yeah. I mean, as a Florida man yourself, have you ever done anything crazy, or have you seen your fellow Florida men do other crazy things?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, we used to do this fun little game. So we tie a little rope around the back of the dirt bike, and then
nice,
we just
nice,
get a
nice.
regular bike up front.
Damn.
And then so we kind of just launch off the side of
Nice.
this concrete pad. Because, you know, everything's under construction here, so you got plenty of concrete pads to work with.
Yes. Yeah.
I am a Florida man scientist. I have been researching
Interesting.
Florida man for many years. If you walk through the Florida forests,
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
you will see tree scratchings.
Tree scratchings.
You look and there's scat on the ground, and you know what they've eaten from looking at the scat.
Yeah. So where did the markings necessarily come from? Wait. Yeah. You know, they were just like scratching them like all over the park, right? Like, Yeah, all of the trees and stuff, they're just like scratching them and like, just like scatting everywhere. How does that work?
And you see little cores and big cores, cans.
Probably a lot of DQ, I suppose, in the scattings.
Yes.
So it's day 4 here in Florida.
Yeah, day 4 in
We've
Florida.
been looking for Florida Man. We had a pretty close encounter
Yeah.
a couple days ago, and
It was frightening.
Florida Man, I got a little bite. I didn't think it
does.
broke the skin, but I think I've been infected. And after that bite, I've just been noticing urges
Weird.
and things. I just, I want to pull my teeth out.
Sure.
I've been sniffing a lot of gasoline,
Bad.
and my back hair is really
back hair
it's
is
been growing
growing?
a lot.
How big? Like a lot?
It's
a
a
lot?
full sweater.
Full sweater?
on my back. I think I'll become
Florida Man! Florida Man! No! So, yeah, that was my trip. So, in conclusion, are Florida men really crazy? I don't f***ing know, man. This project raised way more questions than answers. But what I do know is that I had an absolutely awesome trip, and we all had an absolute blast making this video. And after this, we spent a few days in Disney, which I gotta say, I mean, it was just an absolutely incredible experience. It was amazing. Guys, we spotted a Jedi. And also the answer is yes, they are.
Florida man! I love me a Jim Fisher! I love me a Florida man! I'm sniffing some Florida man!